This was a helicopter where a celebrated lawmaker was in, and a day filled with purpose. Days later, a tragedy struck. 5 lives lost, one nation in shock. And this is the final journey of Johanna. Saturday, February 28th, the day began with hope. The Emurua-Dikirr MP Johanna rose early, determined, hands-on, and committed. By morning, he was at the Mara River. Floods water churned violently. Car wreckage clung to the riverbanks. 2 lives had been swept away days earlier. Families awaited. Fear was thick in the air. Ngeno did not wait for briefings or updates. He waded into the chaos, searching, directing, and assuring. A photograph later shared on social media captured him among rescuers, focused, resolute, and also a public servant, fully in his element. Kenyans praised his courage, his dedication, his willingness to be where others feared to tread. Friends recall the effort. Journalist Stephen Leto planned to meet him later in Dikirr, discovered the MP had already joined the search mission by the time he checked his phone. This was a man of action, a purpose of presence. By afternoon, the day had not yet yielded its final chapter. Ngeno traveled to Endebes. There, a cultural celebration awaited, a gathering to honor a veteran Kalenjin musician artist Kim, marking 35 years in music. Video footage from the event shows the MP dancing, laughing, engaging with fans, leaders, friends, with the spirits high, alive and luminous. Hours of service, hours of celebration, hours of life, vibrant and full. Later, Ngeno boarded the helicopter, registration 5YDSB, the same aircraft that had carried him safely between morning and afternoon engagement. But the chopper approached Mosop sub-county Nandi. Conditions deteriorated, misty rose, rain fell, and also visibility blanched. Witnesses also would later recall the tense moments. The aircraft struggled. The pilot made a sudden decision, an emergency landing near Chepkiop Forest. The helicopter touched down on the ground. Safety was brief, and locals watched as the pilot assessed the aircraft and weather conditions. A pause, a momentary reprieve, then a fateful decision that was taken to take off again. At around 4:45 p.m., the helicopter lifted into the sky, seeking to complete its journey. But just moments later, disaster struck. Witnesses reported the violent instability. The aircraft faltered, then the forest approached too fast. And in the instant, lives were engulfed in flames. 5 others perished alongside Ngeno, a tragedy that stunned a nation. News spread quickly, shock rippled through communities, condolences poured in. Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, moved swiftly. A special team was formed ready to support the family with burial arrangements pending their approval. The Kenya Civil Aviation Authority confirmed that the aircraft accident investigation department had launched a probe. Questions abound. Why did the helicopter take off after a brief landing? Were weather warnings headed? Where were safety protocols followed? The answers remain under investigation. Meanwhile, leaders mourn. President William Ruto took to social media to remember Ngeno as a progressive and devoted servant of the people who worked tirelessly on behalf of the residents of Emurua-Dikirr, Narok County. Those words simple yet solemn, underline a life spent in service. A life that ended so soon, but its details on the final day that linger most. From the Mara River Rescue Mission to the jubilant songs in the Debes, Ngeno's last hours reflect a man fully alive, fully present, fully committed to his people. His laughter, his engagement, his leadership captured in fleeting moments, now etched in memory. The contrast is stark, life celebrated, life extinguished. Each act, each movement, each decision, the itinerary, the helicopter boarding, the brief landing now carries the weight of the tragedy. And the tragedy questions rise like smoke from the charred forest. The accident reminds a nation of vulnerability, of how quickly life can shift from vibrancy to devastation, of how moments meant for service and celebration can become moments of irreversible loss. It also raises urgent calls for accountability, safety standards, pilot decisions, weather protocols, aircraft maintenance, emergency preparedness. In a world where public figures carry eyes and hope of a nation, these questions are not abstract. They are visceral, immediate, and necessary. But amid the grief, the story also carries a testament to character. Ngeno's dedication in the Mara River search, his engagement with the citizens, and also his presence at the cultural celebration. A man defined not by position but by action, by touch, by empathy, by commitment to service. It is a reminder that leadership is measured not in speeches or policies alone, but in the tangible moments a leader chooses to stand among the people. And even in death, the legacy is clear. Communities he served, lives he touched, hands he lent, and these are the threads that outlive tragedy. Investigations will answer questions of cause. Authorities will determine accountability. Policies may shift. Protocols may tighten. But the emotional resonance is immediate, personal, national, and historic. On that fateful afternoon, as the helicopter fell, Kenya was forced to confront fragility. The fragility of life, the fragility of systems, the fragility of chance, and yet amid grief there is gratitude. For the moments lived, for the courage displayed, and for the laughter shared. For a life that, though brief in years, was vast in impact. Johanna's final hours reflect the duality of existence, service and joy, purpose and vulnerability, presence and impermanence. His journey reminds us that what it means to lead, to act, and to engage, and tragically what it means to live so soon. From the rushing waters of the Mara River to the dance floors of Endebess, from the helicopter skies above Mosop to the hearts of the grieving nation, Johanna's final journey is a stark reminder life is fleeting, courage is timeless, and service leaves a legacy that no tragedy can erase. That is all for today from Kenya Lens Media. Kindly, if you are new here, consider subscribing.